Have you ever felt like the months just slip by? Suddenly it's fall and you never got around to doing that summer tradition that you always wanted to do. Like you're behind and you let the moment to make Chex Mix at Christmas and bake apple pie in September with your kids just pass by. We live in a world dictated by timelines that are not our own. Alarm clocks tell us when to rise and light bulbs make sure that we don't rest. Sports practices and to-do lists take priority on our schedules. Our lives have been made exceedingly convenient, and while it is a miracle of modern times, it's also come at a cost to us. We feel disconnected and we can't quite put our finger on why. I don't think it's one single culprit. I think it's this accumulation of living a life where our days are filled more than we can realistically accomplish. I know I hate that feeling. I'm sure you do too. So this summer, I decided enough of that. I want to be a little more intentional about making those memories and finding that time to connect with my kids. I wanted to make a priority on reading stories together and doing these fun little silly traditions that mean the world to me. And, they're the memories that I hope my kids will make and look back on fondly about their childhood. And that's why I started making these little calendars. It was a way for me to put on paper all of the ideas that were already swirling around my head and all of these things that I wanted to do with my kids but never had time for, just with a little more intention behind it. So I've been teaching with themes for well over a decade now, and I thought it was just an easy, predictable way to kind of plan out my year. But I've learned that it also serves as an anchor to then my students, now my kids, but also for myself. I've learned that my neurodiverse brain really likes predictability. So I know it might sound funny for a calendar to be able to pull all of this together, but for me, that's what it's done for my homeschool. It's given me a way to hold on to those traditions, no matter how small they are. And it lets me feel the grounding effects of living more in tune with the natural cycles of the world, instead of just pushing through. And of course, books are at the center of it. I am obsessed with children's literature. I think you can learn anything from a children's picture book, no matter what your age is. And the time that you spend reading with your kids, there's not a single better way to instill a love of learning in your children and helps you to slow down enough to really connect and make those memories with your kids. So here's what this looks like. I've taken my own version of these calendars and I've changed it into a free printable for you. This is a 4-page document that you'll find. I've got it linked below for the month of October. On there, you'll find a list of 30 activities and 30 picture books that are intended for your youngest all the way up through older elementary or beyond. And they're all aligned. The activities match kind of what's happening in the picture book. You'll see that these are undated, so it's not exactly like a calendar. It's more like a menu where you can go through and pick the ones that you like, leave off the ones that you don't, and more importantly, not feel the pressure to get all of them done in a month. I've also included a page where it lists a good family read aloud along with a family movie night and some snack ideas if you want to turn this into a whole month-long celebration finale thing with your family. Important holidays from multiple cultures and beliefs are listed as well, so that if that's something that you celebrate, you can go ahead and mark that down and find the activity that fits the best with that one. And because I know how busy and crazy life can get, I have included a couple of QR codes for you. One of them is to my Amazon store where all of these picture books are linked for you to purchase. You can, of course, always get them from your library. But if either one of those is not an option for you, then there's also that second QR code that links to a private YouTube page where you will find a video of all of these picture books being read aloud to fill in any blanks that you might not have in your personal library. And if you're a visual person like me, I've also included a picture version of this calendar where you will see the cover of each of the books. More than anything, this is meant to be gentle and very doable. This isn't about adding one more thing to your plate, right? In my family, I wanted to make time to read these books that I was already reading, but also I've added these activities so that I can use this as my youngest daughter's preschool. And instead of just doing it one-on-one with her, we all join together. She gets the learning out of it, and my older children get the familiarity of these stories that they've been hearing their whole life. This is a way for you to weave learning and tradition into your day that feels natural and lets you connect with your kids on a deeper level. You can download the calendar below, completely free, and I really hope that it can bring as much joy to your family as it has to mine these last few months.